gotta be an idiot to bet on that parlay.
It's DTF or bust.
Put it on my mama's porch tomorrow.
Welcome back to Hold My Bet podcast. I'm your host, Brandon Park. Here with me, as always, the one, the only DTF, Dylan.
Hello.
How was St. Louis?
Rest of the trip was nice. Learned a lot at work, but it's good to be back. Good to get back in the routine. I know we missed Thursday night football recording beforehand, but we do what we can do, and we move forward with week 8. But as always, before week 8, we must go over the results of our bets from week 7.
Yes.
And there was 2 big winners and 2 big losers this week. What would you like to hear the first, the losers or the winners?
Let's hear the winners. Let's have the losers take a little sting.
So the big winners of the week were Dylan with 2-1 and Brandon Park with 2-1. The losers, Corgi and Lad, were both 0-3 for their picks of the week.
Yeah, that may be why they're not on here. I heard the lads back in Texas somehow. Get this man away from the desert.
Yep. That brings our record to an overall Brandon in first place with 10 wins and 8 losses. Dylan with 7 wins and 11 losses. Corgi with 6 wins and 12 losses. And Jason with 5 wins and 13 losses.
Damn, I'm the only one with a winning record?
Yeah,
I thought Corgi was right with me.
it was for
Yeah, that
He
one
was-
of 3 really kicked his ass.
no, he was never. He's always been 500 or less.
Oh wow.
This is yeah, you've always had a winning record since week 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I know I started off the season 1 for 3, I think.
0-3.
0-3?
And
Oh.
then you went 3-0 and you were 3-3. Makes no sense. I've been very consistent with either 1 or 2 wins.
Yeah. Yeah, getting all 3 is rough. You're always gonna miss on one, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah, we've already got 3 out of the 4 guys with their picks for the week, which will be posted. And I believe there's already a couple that lost.
Yeah, Corgi lost. I think his favorite of the week.
He did because he had Minnesota -3, but did he have the rushing attempts correct for Kieran Williams?
Let me check real quick.
It was over 17.5. Yeah, he had 23 carries.
All right, Corgi. All
He
right.
got his prop of the week.
Yeah, 23.
You're good on yours for now.
But yeah, last night, well, we'll save it for the recap on last night's game. Awesome game though. Awesome game.
Agreed.
So let's go ahead and hop right into Sunday's slate where we start off with the Baltimore Ravens facing our Cleveland Browns. Ravens are favored by 8.5 points with an over/under 44.5. It's going to be Jameis Winston's first start. Hopefully, do we know if Nick Chubb is expected to get more touches this game?
Nothing's been announced, but I would imagine to see him carry the ball a little more.
Yeah, just gradually build him in or build him back up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a Nick Chubb anytime touchdown in this game. Other than that, I don't want to bet anything on the Ravens or this game at all.
I had said last week that if you were going to put him in fantasy, all you were going to get was 22 yards or 25 yards and a touchdown at the goal line. And I couldn't have been more right. It was 22 yards and a touchdown. I wish I would have parlayed it. This week, I think he'll kind of get around that 40 to 50 yard, but you see his carries go up a little bit. The Ravens' defense is tough. I just don't want to see him get re-injured. So hopefully they're smart about it and they don't overuse him too quickly.
Yeah.
I did have a parlay though for 3 alternate spreads like I did 2 weeks ago. I had a bonus bet. And I do have the Baltimore Ravens alternate minus 13.5 point spread.
Ooh. I was gonna say, I have noticed that this line has gone down, actually. So I think it was at 11.5 last night when I
It
checked
was.
yesterday afternoon. And the Browns money line was plus 450. Now it's at plus 310.
Hmm.
So I'm curious what shifted that.
It's a great question because nothing's really changed other than I don't know. I don't think anything's changed.
No, at least I haven't seen anything, so I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't get me wrong, I'd be happy if the Browns won, but
Hmm.
I don't know. At this point in time, I'm just ready for the season to be over.
I'm just
But
fading the Browns every week now.
yeah,
Fantasy, I'm picking up whoever's defense is playing the Browns. And betting, I'm alternate spreading at least 10 points or more against the Browns. I'm done this
yeah.
season.
Let's go ahead and move into the next game. Tennessee Titans visiting the Detroit Lions. Lions being the heavy favorites with an 11.5 point spread and over under 45. Um, I think this game is going to be done before it even starts.
Yeah,
Give me a David Montgomery anytime.
that's on automatic. I do have an alternate spread in this one. I did sell a point, and I am Lions minus 10.5 because the Titans were scrappy in the beginning of the game last week against the Bills. They obviously got shit kicked, but you just never know what Titans are going to show up despite it being Mason Rudolph. But I do have the 10.5 point spread for the Lions parlayed with the Ravens and one more. The odds are really good though. I mean, at this moment, it was minus 130 for the 10.5 point spread, and the Ravens I had plus 140, which probably is different now.
Next, let's move into the Green Bay Packers visiting the Jacksonville Jaguars. Packers being favored on the road with a 4 point spread and over under 49. Go ahead and give me that Packers 4 point spread. I typically don't like 4 point spreads, but this one I feel like is a pretty safe bet.
I bought
I would maybe even sell a point depending on what the odd difference is to -3.
I bought a couple in this one. This is my last leg of the parlay, but I changed it to minus 9.5 points for the
Ooh,
Packers.
I like that.
Give me double digits. It's plus 185. You parlay those three together, and you got plus 1,110 odds.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, that game I feel like I would either do what you did or I'd play it safe and do -3. Um, either or I don't know. It would just depend on my mood Sunday morning.
Hmm.
Um, Next we have the Indianapolis Colts visiting the Houston Texans. Texans being favored by 5 points and have an over under of 45.5. All right. I need to see the Joe Mixon rushing. All right, yeah, go ahead and give me Joe Mixon 80 plus yards in this game.
I need CJ Stroud to throw more than 80 yards this game.
Yeah.
Come on.
Uh, it also looks like Jonathan Taylor is going to be playing in this game too.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so if he plays in this game, I'm gonna double up. I'm just gonna hope for a bunch of rushing in this game. Go ahead and give me Mixon for 80 and then Jonathan Taylor for 70. Put me at what did that put me at together? That put me at plus 475.
It's not bad. I really thought we were going to get the two Saquon touchdown last week. And
I
then
thought so too. Well,
Jalen Hurts gets.
did you see the video about him going for his personal record?
Yeah.
And he said no, let the young guys play. Which I
Yeah.
respect, but
But either way, Jalen Hurts got two 1 yard rushing touchdowns.
yeah, no, that's gonna be the bane of my existence because my first primetime parlay this year should have hit that game against the Falcons. But next we got the Philadelphia Eagles visiting the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals being favored at home by 3 points. And then an over under 48.
This
Yeah,
really scares me. I think this is anybody's underdog of the week. You gotta bet the Eagles. I'm just being honest here. I don't trust the Bengals at all.
see, I'm the complete opposite. I believe more in the Bengals than I do the Eagles in
I
this.
think the Eagles are finally waking up. That's the problem.
Have they actually woke up, or did they just play the Giants?
I don't know. I mean, everybody's back. They're full strength. When the Eagles are full strength, they're dangerous. When they have everybody, I mean, I know they're still missing Lane Johnson, but they have all their weapons. Dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that the Eagles secondary is so overrated. I mean, they have Darius Slay, but
Yeah, their defense isn't great, but I mean, shit, if your offense can outdo your defense, or if your offense can outdo the other team's offense, I don't know. Like I said, I might be crazy, but I don't trust the Bengals. I think I don't trust the Bengals more than I trust the Eagles. So I don't know. They're two frisky teams right now.
yeah, two frisky
They're
teams.
both scrapping and fighting right now.
Yeah. I know, spoiler alert, my prop of the week is Jamar Chase over 80 yards.
It's
Um,
weird. When I looked last night for your prop of the week, I couldn't find the line.
yeah, I had it written down. Let's see. Oh, it's plus 105 now. It was plus 110, but it's plus 105 currently.
I can fix that.
Um, but next we got the new the New York Jets visiting the New England Patriots. We got that Thursday night rematch already. Jets being favored on the road by 7 points and over under 41. If I'm gonna throw anything on this game, give me a Devontae Adams anytime. I think this is gonna be a game where they're gonna try to work on getting that connection back together, him and Aaron Rodgers.
Oh yeah.
So I like to see that happen. Other than that, don't care to touch this game at all.
No, I don't think
That
I
would
will.
be awesome though if the Patriots beat the Jets in this game though.
So that's my thing. I was gonna um originally the spread was a lot closer than it is now. It's now 7. It was, I think, 3 or 4. It was tighter, and I didn't like that. Now it makes more sense to bet it, but um, I did not want to add this to my parlay because I was not sure what Patriots would come out and which Aaron Rodgers would come out. Because I thought for sure they would beat the Broncos, and then they had what, the 10-9 loss. Come on.
Yeah.
So you never know what team you're going to get. I'm not
Oh,
saying that the Patriots are the Broncos here. I'm just figuratively speaking that you don't know which Jets you're going to get.
right. Right. And then this is our matchup of the week. We have the Atlanta Falcons visiting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Dylan going into this game as the dog, being down Mike Evans and Chris Godwin now.
Yeah, this sucks. Why me? Like they're playing so freaking well.
Yeah, 2.5 point spread and over under 46. Go ahead and give me that 2.5 point spread for the Falcons.
It's not over.
Well, Mike Evans is supposed to only miss what, 3 weeks, maybe?
Yeah, week 11.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go with my Falcons on this one. Well, I don't want to call my Falcons, but they're my Falcons for this season.
Hey, you were a Falcon growing up,
I was. I
and I
was.
was a Buck,
You were a Buck.
but a Buck.
Yeah. Yeah.
A Buck.
Yes. They did call you Giannis in high school.
They did not. They did not call me the Greek freak.
Oh no, they called you Sidney Moncrief. That's right. Um, Next we have the Arizona Cardinals visiting the Miami Dolphins in Tua's return game. Dolphins are favorited by 4 points and over under 46.
Yep,
Um,
start Tyreek Hill. Start Tyreek Hill.
yeah, start Tyreek Hill.
Coming off
I
my
can
bench
bet
this
you
weekend.
at least one touchdown, if not two touchdowns in this game for Tyreek.
Oh yeah, he's gonna easily get like 20, 30 points. I took him off my bench. He's back. Hoping the Dolphins wake up too. I mean, it's been so sad watching all that talent just go to waste.
Well, that and Arizona Cardinals Call of Duty Black Ops 6 came out today, so
We did
Kyler
say this
Murray
is
is going right to the bench on my fantasy team.
the week.
Yeah. So this is make or break. He has a sponsorship with Call of Duty too this year.
Yeah, yep. He says
So
that
does
makes
that
too much
double down? Does
money.
that cancel out though? We'll just
Probably.
have to find out.
He got his bag.
Yeah. Next we can move into the 4 o'clock slot where we have the Buffalo Bills visiting the Seattle Seahawks. Bills being favored on the road with a 3 point spread and over under 46 and a half. Let me go ahead and hammer that Bills -3.
Yeah, I think if all goes well with my parlay, I'm gonna flip it and turn around at 4 o'clock and put it on the Bills -3 as well.
Yeah, I actually like in this game too. I like Josh Allen anytime. Rushing
Um,
touchdown.
that should be doable.
Um, Next we have the Saints versus the Chargers. With the Chargers being heavily favored by 7 points and over under 41. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably not gonna touch this game, other than maybe some J.K. Dobbins rushing yards. But
That game scares me, and I'm only gonna say that because 88% are on 88% of the bets are placed on the Chargers. If we even get close to a Spencer Rattler that showed up for his first game, way different when you're playing against the Chargers. I
yeah,
think
it's not gonna be a 7 point spread. I
I
hate
don't
the
know.
spread in this
Yeah.
game. I think it's set way too high.
Yeah, I mean, I could totally see the Chargers winning, but it's gonna be a lot closer than that. Like it might be a 1 point game.
Yeah, it's either going to be a 1 point game or a field goal. I don't think the Chargers offense is that great, especially if they can't get the running game going.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, if they get the running game going, 7 point spread ain't that bad, but I feel like they haven't really like blown anyone out this year. But next we have the Kansas City Chiefs visiting the Las Vegas Raiders. Chiefs, obviously, only undefeated team in the NFL, so they are heavily favored in this game by 9.5 points and over under 41 and a half. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna bet props on this one. I think Patrick Mahomes is finally gonna have his best game of the year, especially after what the Raiders did this training camp by showing a little puppet of him. I
Yeah.
think he's gonna come throwing piss missiles in this game.
97% of the bets are on the Chiefs.
Yeah, go ahead and give me 250 plus passing yards for Mahomes for plus 120.
I really would love to see a Travis Kelce touchdown this week.
Well, and maybe that will be somewhere in the plus 250. I can't believe he still has not scored a touchdown this year.
Week 8.
Yeah, and it sounds like D-Hop is going to be playing in this game for the Chiefs as
Yeah,
well.
he's got plus 195. Kelsey's got plus 110. Um, I mean, you can't go wrong with the Kareem Hunt touchdown.
Yeah,
Lately, Bowers and Madison have been, going off. Truthfully, I'd like to see the Raiders cover that spread, but I'm not touching any line of this game. Make it interesting.
yeah,
But I think that there's a witch hunt, and I think that Patrick Mahomes is going to come out and just fucking destroy him.
yeah. I could see that. Next we have the Carolina Panthers visiting the Denver Broncos. Bryce Young is expected to start in this game after Andy Dalton got in a car crash. Um, Broncos are favored by 10 points
That
and
is wild.
over under 41 and a half. Now that spread is a little crazy. Man, I don't know. I don't know if I want to touch this game. If it's at 10 points, maybe mess with the spread a little bit, but Broncos offense hasn't really shown me a whole lot other than last Thursday.
Um, I don't know. We've seen good flashes by them. There's been a lot of hope. One thing we do need to talk about though, the Broncos, is somebody reported that Josh Reynolds was shot in the back of the head, and then somebody reported was involved in a shooting and is okay. How do you go from shot in the back of the head to involved in a shooting and okay? I mean,
My
obviously,
guess is that he got grazed in the back of the head because it said
Trump,
it was very minor.
yeah, like Trump,
Yeah,
but at least he made it, you know? It's like
yeah,
that's sad. It's scary, dude. Like that's three players this year who have been shot.
yeah. Well, shit, last year we had, not that he got shot, but Greg Newsome got robbed.
Well, and Brian Robinson was
Yeah,
shot.
Brian Robinson was shot.
Many men.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, if I'm gonna go anything, I'm gonna just bank on that Broncos spread and just
Well, you know me. I'm probably gonna stick with what I did last week with the Broncos and just bet that they get some touchdowns, and I'm gonna bet on the PATs. You probably would be safe to do. Um,
kicking points.
well, I was gonna say field goal totals. There's no
Oh yeah,
line.
what's Will Lutz over? Is it two
Uh,
and a half or
it's usually 1.5, but it's not up right now.
it's not up? Oh, I almost accidentally bet on the Panthers to get a safety. Um, Next we have um a very anticipated matchup between the Bears and the Washington Commanders. Um, have we got confirmation? It doesn't look like it that Jayden Daniels is playing in this game.
He did not practice yesterday. They were going to try to get him to practice today.
I really hope that he does practice today because I really want to see him in this game.
Yeah,
Bears are favored by 3 over under 43 and a half. Um, my bet on this is gonna be heavily determined on um, whether Jayden Daniels plays or not. Um, if he does, I definitely like Commanders money line at plus 130.
I think if you were smart, you would just take the 130 now because the minute he comes in, I don't think they're going to be underdogs.
Yeah, probably not.
I think that this game heavily switches from +3 commanders to -3 commanders easily. I
Yeah.
mean, the
I mean,
Bears are
they're playing
playing
at home too.
the Bears are playing well, but not Jayden Daniels well. I think that this is Brady versus Mahomes or Brady versus Peyton early in their career. This is going to be two quarterbacks that are going to be in the league for a while. Um, and I truly think that the Commanders, even with Marcus Mariota, could win this game. So I would hammer that plus 130.
Yeah. All right. And then we got Sunday Night Football. We got the Dallas Cowboys facing the San Francisco 49ers. Niners being favored at home by 4.5 points and over under 47. Is this going to be the week the Cowboys figure everything out? They're coming off a bye week. Um, Jerry Jones has been going crazy on the radio show, of course, not knowing how to keep his mouth shut. Um, Dylan, I want to hear your thoughts on this game.
Something about this game screams Cowboys are going to come in and look like a whole different team. It's Sunday Night Football, two of America's oldest teams. But then these 49ers, man,
I can't stay healthy.
no, they can't stay healthy. I don't even know what Debo's doing this weekend because him and Kittle were injured this week.
It looks like Kittle is expected to play.
This game scares me. I'm just gonna sit back and watch it. If anything, I'd like to bet the over. They're
Yeah,
both they're
I'm
both
right with
even
you
right
on the
now.
over.
They're both even.
Yeah, I'm with you on the over. if I get confirmation that Kittle is playing in this game, I'm going to take him for an anytime touchdown. Um, I like that bet a lot. If he's playing. And then we move over to Monday Night Football. Not gonna lie, we kind of have a little bit of a stinker in this game. We have the New York Giants facing off against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers being favored at home by 6 points and over under 36.5. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I'm leaning towards the over on this one.
I think
Prime time. I know it's usually prime time unders, but I'm
this year we've
feeling
had
I'm
some
feeling
good
the over.
primetime games.
Huh?
We've had some good primetime games this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm liking the over 36.5. I think that the Steelers offense definitely looks a lot different with um Russell Wilson in. Um I almost want to say George Pickens anytime, but I'm not going to go that far. He's burned me so bad on that so many times in the past.
Hmm.
Just like when I bet on him to go for 100 yards and he got one. That one really hurt. Um But I'll maybe go George Pickens 70 plus yards for plus 145. I
Okay.
don't mind that.
I was just looking at the over under from last night's game, and it was 46.5, and they covered it by 50. This Pittsburgh game, though, I like the over 36.5. Um, I would like to see Malik Neighbors go off. You ever done anything dangerous? I can be dangerous.
Oh,
You should try my new sandwich.
good.
Russ looked good last week. Came off of a rusty first quarter. He looked great. You would think that he could eat up against this Giants defense. We'll see. Russ in prime time. Big
Yeah,
lights.
yeah. But other than that, I know this was kind of a quick episode, but we're on a little bit of a time crunch. Um, but we'll be back on Monday night with the recap for week 8. Hopefully the lad will be able to send his picks if he is still alive in the desert. Uh, we got to keep this man away from the desert, man.
This
He's
man
going
is all over it.
unsupervised. He's always just stranded in the desert.
Yeah.
But Dylan, you want to go ahead and close us out on this episode?
Yeah, so shout out Corgi. We missed you in this one. Shout out the lad. We'll get you back from Texas somehow. Um, thanks for listening, you everybody. Make sure you gamble responsibly this weekend. Let's be profitable. We're going to win big. It's going to be huge. Um, by the time you hear this, we will have all become millionaires. Call 100 Gambler if you have a problem. Peace.
Also, remember the wing challenge is in less than 2 weeks. I'm not sure when exactly we will get it posted, but we're going to record it here in the next 2 weeks. So be on the lookout for that. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace.